Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, and we're doing a general collective reading. It's a timeless read. You're free to switch the genders and the roles as you need to throughout the read. That's fine, go right ahead. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment while you're listening to these reads. They're not personal, okay? There's thousands of people here. Bear that in mind. Only take what applies, what resonates with you, and leave the rest. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with them, please? Harmony. Congratulations. You might be coming into a relationship or you're already in a relationship. It's the lovers. Could be a higher level soulmate connection. Making a decision here. Using your higher wisdom and ascending. You don't have to be in a relationship. You could just be in harmony right now, making a decision to elevate and ascend. So it could have something to do with a contract as well. It could have something to do with a third party. A third party could be a person. It could be in a lover's relationship, any kind of relationship really. But a third party doesn't have to be a person. It could very well be. It could be anyone other than an intimate partner. It could be a friend, a family member, a boss that's getting in your way, your job, an addiction's getting in the way. It could be anything like that. So only take what applies. So this is the overarching energy. Yep, knowing your value and your worth. There you go. Not feeling sorry for yourself. Seizing an opportunity previously missed and or ignored. But the 4 is in reverse. Something was distorted at one point, maybe. Somebody was in their ego. Maybe somebody's very prideful right now. I don't know. Yeah, somebody could have been a third party. Intimacy here, passion ignited. This is conscious awareness. 1 is the magician. You have all the tools you need for success. Somebody's getting ready to take some sort of action. Feeling stuck. Making sacrifices. Okay, so somebody got into a third party situation. It was lust. Now they're stuck. They're going to lose material and spiritual prosperity. Because this is a karmic situation, right? It was all one-sided. So maybe one person in this equation that was cheating saw more in the other than the other. It was just a karmic one-sided situation. Parting ways with this karmic, or you're parting ways with this karmic that cheated on you. Didn't use their higher wisdom and didn't elevate. They chose somebody that was karmic. Possibly. There's no love here. Excuse me, just a second. Sorry, I'm having these sneezing jags lately. There's no love here. It was just passion. It's a loveless, emotionless situation. They were manipulated here. They were lied to. Somebody was wearing a mask. They were not aware. Okay? A lot of manipulation going on here. It could be magic, too. Somebody could have used magic to get somebody into bed. No connection with God. Not very smart. Not using their higher wisdom. Somebody was two-faced, corrupt, out of control. Somebody didn't think you knew, but I think you knew. Somebody took a huge gamble and lost. This reminds me of the Fool card. This is a third-party situation. They thought they were going to get their cake and eat it too, right? Lost power. There you go. Somebody has no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. This is out of control. Ending a third-party situation. They can't control this. Yet not triumphant. There's a lies. There's no truth or clarity. It's all lies. There's no more communication. Somebody's gonna. This upset the apple cart. Let's say somebody was working purely out of their lower base chakra, out of lust. Too much thought on lust. Somebody's unstable right now. Maybe the breakup is going to make somebody unstable financially, even emotionally. I don't know. And you took back your authority. You bossed up, took back your authority. You're making the right choice for yourself. You're using your higher wisdom. You know they were doing magic against you. Maybe they're shit-talking as well. There you go. You're done with it. The truth is coming out. Take a bow. Recognition and reward. Now they're recognizing if you are divine feminine, male or female, they're recognizing who the true one is, who's the one that holds the light, and it wasn't the one they chose or the one they slept with or got duped by magic's, Schmeck's magic. Truth and clarity, happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, exposed, illumination. And now they're realizing they chose the wrong one. It's emotional loss, divorce or separation, or they're now married or in a committed relationship with the other one. Not very wise, didn't use their higher wisdom. Divorce or separation, they're losing, I don't know, it's broken contract here. Spell work, could be a warlock, something to do with corruption. They didn't tell the truth. They're getting some karma. Okay, they don't want to take accountability for what they've done. They're getting karma. Yep. Hiding and cloaking all kinds of things. No, I don't think so. I think this person, I really am picking up that whoever this was that cheated on you, they would love to find out or dream up some new excuses that sound plausible, but really it's no excuse for cheating on another person, just so they can come back in, right? So this is Harmony 6. They still feel like they have an opportunity with you somehow, some way. There's inner conflict. Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult. The conflict is you saw what they were all about. You called them out and you moved on. That's the conflict. It was all smoke and mirrors, right? Don't be fooled by appearances. So they got fooled by somebody doing Smeck's magic on them. Maybe they're trying to do it on you now. I don't know. It's a past life echo. It's a past life karmic soul tie. Somebody wants now to clear the air with you, clearing up misunderstandings through communication, release expectations if you do. I don't know. Or them, they must release expectations because you most likely will not go back. I don't know. Some will. I don't know. Let go of expectations and allow things to unfold naturally. They double-crossed you. End of. They're going to claim it was complicated. They got a lot of people involved. Maybe they were sleeping with more than one. You've drifted apart. It's a shocking discovery. They thought they could string you and other people along. It's a shocking discovery. Nah, you're out. Maybe all of them are out. Whoever he or she was sleeping with. Maybe they're all out now. They all know the truth. A shocking discovery is on the way. It's a joint evolution here. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. So maybe this person's used to pitting one lover against another and getting high off of that, getting energy off of that. And now everybody's realizing this person's an abject liar, just a bull-faced liar. They're only here to get what they want. They don't care about anybody in this circle, however many there are. And maybe you're not talking to these people, but you certainly know where they're coming from. You know what I mean? And spiritually, you're probably supporting one another, if not outright physically, you know? Somebody's still keeping tabs on you, though. So this sounds like somebody that, once they sleep with you, land you, let's say, they feel like they own you. I've known people like that. And they have every right to get into your business, every right to call you back when they're ready for you. Yeah, I don't think so. Harmony, you're in harmony now. You're not going back there. There's inner conflict here. I think everybody involved, once they walked away from this person, found peace and harmony in their life. They're going to claim it was a big bad mistake. Misunderstood victim, lost soul. Help me find my soul again. Help me find myself. Is over. Finality. Farewells, leaving behind, and closure. The mask is off. They can't put it back in. This is a chaser-runner dynamic. Yeah. Pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. The other thing I'm picking up is they're always chasing after someone else. It doesn't matter what they say, what goes on, what's happened between you two. Once the dust settles, they're back out there chasing. Because they're toxic. Yeah. Something to do with a family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. There could be some pregnancies going on here. I don't know. Okay. If it's you, congratulations. If not, if it's someone else, well, I know that hurts. It's something to do with time, waiting cycles, and moments. So somebody's getting ready to give birth. Congratulations. Somebody's feeling hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. Yeah, runner, chaser. What I tell you, is always on the run. Ghosting, disappearing, and invisible. So maybe this is you if you are pregnant. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. But please concentrate on your baby. That baby is a gift. All human life is meant to be okay. You'll be okay. I know it's hard to see it right now, but yeah, you're under a lot of stress. Please try to de-stress. Turbulence, tension, arguments. You need to heal. Okay? Releasing, purifying, and cleansing. So purify and cleanse. try to distract your thinking away from this person. Is much better out there, sweetheart. Please. I don't care who you are, male or female. I don't care. You're better off, okay? Broken. Yeah, they're doing glamour spells, mirror magic, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. I get it. If this is you, I get it. And this is them. Maybe this is the first time they're going to be shattered, okay? After breaking so many hearts. Maybe everybody getting up and leaving and never coming back, and they're all alone for the first time in their life. That they're finally feeling it. Bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. You're at peace here, or now they want peace. You found peace in the silence. That's what it is. They're going into obscurity. They're going through an emotional storm. So this may be them. They're thinking, they're missing you, craving, desiring you. There's a lot of conflict. They created a lot of conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. They want to return, or they want you to return. Second chance opportunity, making amends. Clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. And that's what you're looking for. You called their bluff, or they're going to come and try to bluff you, pretending, mask, exaggeration. I can't, this is not everybody's story, okay? Or this could be just certain parts of your story. Take what applies only. Don't make any rash decisions right now if this is your situation. Have a good long think about things, okay? Because we don't know yet, okay? You might need to do some more reflecting. Ask Spirit to give you the answers, okay? Because, like I said, parts of this could be your story and parts of it might not be. So you have to use your discernment. Harmony 6, inner conflict and mistakes. This could go another way. You and somebody in the past broke up because there was a third party. I'm not condoning it. They're with this third party, and this third party's having third parties. And they're pregnant, maybe, and they're really conflicted about this. They want you back. They know they made huge mistakes. Somebody got in between you two, caused misunderstandings and fights. It's obviously doing spell work as well. So where are we going with this, please? One more, so we can start with the tarot. Somebody's pretending. I can't make this up. Okay. Pretending that they're relationship material. Give me a break. Because you're a safe bet. They're ambitious or you're ambitious. You could be a Cancer or they are. Maybe something happened in Cancer season. They might have Cancer and you're physically fit. Something happened to in the spring. Or they want to use you as a springboard. Because you're charismatic. And they're creeping on you. You could be Leo, they're Leo, or this is happening right now. Someone's disappointed that somebody else is interested in you and you have a new start. Or you're disappointed because you were interested in this person, thought you'd get a new start, and this was nothing but unrequited love. You thought it was a good match. You boosted this person's confidence, and it's no. They're scared to commit, okay? And nothing but trouble comes with them. Gemini, you could be a Gemini or they are. Something happened in Gemini season. You're going to have to friend zone them, or they're always friend zoning people. By winter, you'll be friend zoned. Or they're going through a winter of discontent, or this is last winter. You friend zoned a Gemini. You're a Virgo, they're a Virgo, or something's going to happen in Virgo season. They want to seek forgiveness because they know you're compassionate and a good listener. And they're going to take a risk. They're strategizing, fantasizing. They're very secretive. They want closure here. They've been grieving. You could be a workaholic, or they are. They're having a big fall because of their bad habits. They kept you waiting. Now they're cautious because you know they won't change. I like these cards. I forget the cards I have. I went and looked at my cards again earlier, and I went, yeah, okay, we'll try the other cards here. I haven't used these in a long time, so we'll see what comes out. This popped out. This is the Hierophant, divorce or separation. Non-committal. Oh boy, not of the light. They don't value traditional relationships or marriages, you know. So we have Harmony 6, inner conflict, mistakes, and pretending. The other thing that could be happening here is you're in a relationship, a new relationship, a harmonious one that's possibly ordained, and they're interconflicted. They had the conflict because they're realizing you're happy, they're missing what they had with you, but it's only temporary what they're feeling because you're loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. They know that they were pretending in your relationship, but I think they may want to break you and your new good person up, your new love. If that's your story. We'll see. We'll see what else comes out. Could go different ways, obviously. What's the message, please? We have harmony, inner conflict, mistakes, and pretending. You're looking for a relationship material. You're not looking for, you know, a good time, a one-night stand. And I wouldn't call it a good time either. People that don't want to commit, they don't care about their partner. They're not going to care about you in bed either. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're only going to care about their wants. So I can't see them really turning you around with one night in bed. Judgment. They're under divine judgment. They want a second chance. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, just nothing but a liar. A user. Abuser, okay? They're jealous. They're abusive. They lie. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They're petty and they're cruel. They target people, maybe. I don't know. Somebody that likes to fight. Very abusive. They could be stalking you right now. Just be leery, okay? They self-sabotage as well. Overarching energy. 6 of Swords, you moved on. If you have kids, you moved on with the kids. Let's see. Yep, after divorce or separation. Or maybe this is them. Maybe they're getting kicked out and they think they can come back towards you. Divorce or separation, Hierophant in reverse. Non-committal. Broken contracts. No belief. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? 6 of Swords in the upright. Well, this is a runner. Runs from every relationship. You know what I'm saying? Hierophant in reverse. If it's a warlock, that's how they get people in bed. Doesn't have to be just be male or female, but I'm just saying. So 7 of Wands. Yeah. You're not fighting. You're not competing. They feel defeated, overwhelmed. Why? Because they want to come back. They want you to unblock them. 8 of Cups in reverse. They want to come back. But they don't want to take accountability. Chariot in reverse. Somebody's out of control. It's not going to go anywhere if they do come back. They're blocked from coming towards you. They want to reconcile for sure. Earth Angel. Healing. Somebody could have had a car accident as well. Or they got their car repoed. They don't want to take accountability. Somebody's trying to cock block. Ace of Wands, feeling very passionate here. Maybe it's somebody at a distance. 2 of Cups. They're passionate about you two getting together again. New beginnings. Or maybe they want to take some action because you are in a new partnership. A new beginning here. Something exciting, right? At a distance, something that you're not looking back. You're moving forward. You're expanding your horizons. That's a relationship that'll expand your horizons, or maybe at a distance. They feel like a fool. They're plotting, planning. Somebody doesn't care, though. They don't care about you and your feelings. You might be getting ready to move, or it's them. Maybe they're third party. It might not have anything to do with you. This might be an ex that's thinking about you, what they're going through, for all we know. You know what I mean? So we have to be very careful in how we take these reads, okay? Yeah, 7 of Swords, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're planning on lying, cheating, and or stealing from you yet again. Or you're the one that got away and you're not looking back. Yep, 7-7, if this rings a bell or resonates, it's all illusions. They were lying. They had multiple options. They still have options. They just wanted to cover it all up here. 4 of Cups. They think they still have an opportunity with you. You know your value and your worth. You're not going to be doing that again. Not that you did it the first time, but they forced you into that kind of scenario. They're looking at their options right now. They lie to all their options. Yeah, they're going to apologize. There could be a child coming, or maybe there's a child from each option. Ah, gosh. Giving and receiving. Prioritizing other people. They want to balance something out with you, right? Maybe they're getting money from each and every one of these options. Now they're broke. They can't play games anymore. They're in debt. Unstable. Something's unstable. This could be child support as well, because the mother's I'm saying mother, the female here is giving a coin to the child. Nine of Swords. They're really burdened here. So the worst that's happened, this is a nightmare. Or they see that you're balanced and you have no worries. Five of Wands. And they're jealous. There's a lot of fighting. So everybody's finding out that somebody's been cheating. Multiple options. The worst has happened. They're all finding out about one another. They're fighting. They're jealous. They're competing. They wanted you to compete for them. You already knew about it. You're highly intuitive and psychic. There's a lot of secrets here. You knew about all the others in the background. They were already... This person might have been married already. You're stable and secure. You're doing very, very good. You're not going to compete, or you don't compare. So you have no worries. You're unburdened here. This is burdening them, that you're unburdened and you're not fighting for them. You're not talking to them. You let them go. Yeah. You saw no prospects in this person. There's no new beginnings. They're angry here. They let go of long-term stability or security here. Could be a family as well. Somebody let go of a family. Yeah, not their kids. Six of Cups. This is unrequited love. There could be some stepkids in the picture as well. Somebody gave out false and misleading information. Obviously, they did. They see you. They let go of somebody that had long-term potential here. That's you. They want you to go back into another toxic cycle with them. There's a lot of toxicity with this person, a lot of trauma bonding. They do not want to heal their inner childhood wounds. You're not going back to the past because you know the truth. Truth and clarity. This is a breakthrough. You have a new beginning. You cut them out. You've been crowned here. You're listening to your intuition. They want to talk to you, though. Yeah, you know, they're for the devil here. Devil energy. Somebody's got obsessions, addictions, codependency issues. They drink a lot, maybe. They're always in their feelings. They're malicious, ruthless, cruel, careless, emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature. Self-serving and self-absorbed. They could be in their emotions right now. Making a head-over-heart decision, weighing options, or they're in their emotions because you're balanced in alignment. They were juggling you. They juggled their destiny, maybe. I don't know. Now they're feeling rejected and abandoned. You've gone, I don't know, this is faded. They wound up with a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Maybe the gold digger they wound up with was also juggling them, like I said. This is change. It's faded. This is divine timing. You're going into a new destined cycle with somebody, and they're feeling sorry for themselves because they feel rejected, right? God offered them this beautiful gift, which was you, and they ignored it. They wanted the fast people and the fast life. And even with the fast people and the fast life, they didn't find any happiness. You see, they're still bored with it. Do you know why? Because they need to heal. As long as they don't heal, they're never going to be fulfilled. They're never going to be happy. They are watching you online. So that's how they know you've moved on, you're happy. Or maybe they're watching all of the people they were sleeping with and nobody wants to go back. Yeah, Queen of Wands, they're jealous. They're watching and they're jealous. They could be doing magic. Yep, grieving. They're grieving. They're grieving and crying here. So parting of ways. They abused you. They lied to you. Could have committed some sort of crime, but this was reckless. They're going to claim they were unaware. They were hiding and cloaking so much here. They didn't want to heal. This is somebody that doesn't want to be alone. They're at the crossroads. They could have went to the crossroads. I'm really picking up, I think it's a third party that was doing the magic. They could have been. Hey, equal opportunity here. It could be anybody, so only take it for whatever it is. It could be more than one pregnancy, or you could be pregnant. Yeah, this is somebody that's non-committal. They're going to lose their home, their stability. The party's over. Seeing clearly what's going on, letting go, making that decision. Not in denial, no longer mentally conflicted, no more stalemate. This was all lies, illusions, deception. Somebody was wearing a mask. They were two-faced. Magic. Out of control. Yeah, it was all a happy family here. Yeah, that was all lies. Manipulating a family. Manipulated somebody to have a family. Somebody's assessed the situation. Exposed. Public humiliation. There we go. Somebody's hiding from the public, maybe. Good news might be coming towards you. So somebody got exposed for what they do. Yeah, the truth is out. They can't hide this anymore. They got to face their shadow and their fears. There's no more confusion. You got a lot of burdens on their backs, or they place burdens on your back. Now they got to act responsible. They're buckling under the weight of these burdens. This is somebody that's always, I'm picking up. Yes, the Tower. I'm picking up. They operated all this time under a cloak. They've never gotten caught up until now. And if they did get caught, they were able to weasel their way out. Now it's a Tower moment. Yep. It's over. Ending a cycle. They know they're under judgment. They could be sick or injured, or they did too much here. Somebody could be losing their life. If not, they want forgiveness. They want to come and take the swords out of your back that they placed there. They're under judgment. They want a second chance with a Queen of Cups, male or female. Place the genders where it belongs. You're a sweetheart. You're loving. You're kind. You're nurturing. You're sweet. The biggest cup of love. Unconditional love. You used your intuition here. This could be one. You're stable and secure. Not only that, but you're stable and secure. You're very generous. You're yeah, King of Wands. They want a second chance. They want to be your your Queen of Cups and or your King of Wands. This could be one person or two. You're a leader. You very innovative. You're unafraid. You take calculated risks. You're bold. You're carefree. You're a creator. You're confident. Divinely protected. You protect and defend the underdog. You act with nobility. You have morals, ethics, and honor. Yeah. You know this person's got addictions, or they're sick, or there's an instability. Something wasn't fair. Yeah. This was a false contract. It was all one-sided. You parted ways. They're karmic. They could be now karmic. That was an error of words, but they could now be karmic, your past partner. It was unfair. They didn't use their higher wisdom. They're reaping the consequences in this third-party situation. Now they're in their emotions because this is a backfire. They stopped their own forward motion. This is bad news. And they stop themselves from healing, or somebody's trying to stop somebody from healing. They're contemplating, they're praying, they're strategizing. You're at peace. It's bad news. You're at peace. You're sleeping well at night. They want to put something to rest with you. It's illumination here. You let them go. You surrendered it all to God. I don't know, they're heartbroken. You overcame everything. They're heartbroken. Because you're going maybe into a new destined cycle with somebody else. A new marriage. Or they're heartbroken. They're in a marriage that they're not happy with. Yeah, a wish fulfilled. Wow, the divine's fulfilling your wishes. You're divinely protected, okay? You've healed. You're in your North Node. They should have been in there. If it's a higher level soulmate, they should have been in their North Node or getting there or trying to get there. They didn't bother. Yeah, this is a golden opportunity coming towards you. This is a blessing. New beginnings. You're stable and secure. This is a gift from the divine. Many blessings. You know that somebody was dealing with an either you were dealing with an opportunist, it kind of sounds like it, you know, always thinking the next best thing is coming around the corner, or they were. And now they're jealous. They're greedy, they're selfish, they're materialistic, unfaithful, you can't trust them. Or now they're remembering how they left you, maybe in dire straits financially, with a child even, maybe. Take it for whatever it is. And now they're regretting everything. Yeah, Knight of Cups. There's a scam artist. They might want to come in and love bomb you some more. They don't want to give up. It's getting old. It's getting stale. They're resisting change. This is a permanent, profound ending because you're the Empress or somebody's pregnant. You spoke some truths, or you're going to speak some truths. It could be you, a mother-in-law, or somebody else. It could be law. It could be law. It could be a lawyer. You might have to get a lawyer. It could be a doctor. it's a pregnancy, somebody got pregnant for gain. Or if it's your pregnancy, you're happy and healthy. Strength. Your strength is in your voice, I think. You're very astute, discerning, male or female. Or this is somebody else who's got strength and power here. Somebody's not. They're non-committal, okay? They're unfaithful. You can't trust them. The truth is out. You already know the truth. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Why would you go back to somebody that's abusive, okay? That only phones it in. They feel entitled all the time. Nah, you're good. See, you're good. Male or female, you're getting your justice. Congratulations, it's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. You don't care anymore. There you go. Now they're stuck, going towards lack and loss and poverty. King of Pentacles, because they were too concerned with the outward appearance, with their image, with money. As a gold digger. Male or female, okay? This is somebody that's a bully, jealous and lazy. Yep. They didn't want to invest in you. They misappropriated funds or they wasted all their money and their time. It is what it is. End of the story. End of the road. They were a glutton. They were quite satisfied and not paying the bills. This is somebody that's immature, okay? Very bad with money. They bear false witness. They never pay up because they want to be single, right? This is somebody that doesn't want to learn their lessons. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. It's not going to go anywhere. They don't want to start off small. They want to be alone. Yeah, you let them go. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You let it go. You worked on yourself. Maybe you got a lawyer here or a doctor. Or you're speaking your truth or somebody else's. This is somebody with authority. Maybe they're parting ways. Somebody's parting ways with a third party. Third party or somebody wants to protect themselves. They want to hold on to the money. Somebody's greedy and selfish, possessive and controlling. You're stable and secure. They're not happy that you're stable and secure. You might have to get a lawyer to might have to call the cops. So this is Archangel Michael. I just heard that loud and clear. So you're stable and secure. You're quite successful. Archangel Michael's protecting you, and they're not happy because they want power and control over you. They don't want to let go of their conquests. Sounds like somebody needs major psychological help. I've known people like that where they can't get rid of people. They can't let go of people. So they hold on to people. And since Facebook came out, that's an easier way for them to have done it. They claim they don't have Facebook. Oh, yeah, they have Facebook. They just don't want to tell their partner. So, harmony, you're going towards harmony, a higher level soulmate connection. You made the right choice. You know your value and your worth, and people see it too. They still think they have an opportunity with you, or they're in La La Land, okay? The Lulu Land. This is somebody that disrespected you, took advantage of you. And they were totally ungrateful. Now they're feeling some sort of inner conflict because one of the people that they were screwing around with, I'm not saying that you were, but I'm saying that in their mind they can control, has now moved on and left them behind and doing way better than you ever did with them. Smoke and mirrors, don't be fooled by appearances. And they're thinking of coming back in and screwing that up for you. They're going to claim they made all kinds of mistakes. I'm sorry, all right. Misunderstood victim, I'm a lost soul. Help me find myself. Maybe you're the type of person where you're a people pleaser. I was there. Always wanting to help, be of service. You could be a Virgo. That's what Virgos do. Fundamentally, not all of them, I'm just saying. But it's over. Farewells, leave behind enclosure. Or if they left you behind, they're finding out, oh, that was a mistake. I should have never done that. The mask is off, though. They're going to pretend yet again that they're relationship material if they do come back. Or this is what they're going through. The one they left you for was pretending. You know, it's so all over the place because it's general. I'm so sorry. I wish I can give you more details that would suit each and every one of you, but I can't. There's so many of you, and I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful for that. But it's so diverse, our stories, right? But we can fundamentally, at the bottom of the baseline here is we can all relate to this. If we're all here listening to it, right? these reads that you're attracted to potentially could mean that this is the timeline. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed this. You could listen to different readers, and one reader could really, really be in sync with you, pick up your energy, and yep, almost every read, it sounds like it's mine. It sounds like it's mine. Then all of a sudden, yeah, that's not mine, and they moved on to a different energies. That does tend to happen. Doesn't mean that. So you move on to other readers, type of thing. It's just it's a collective of people going through similar things, right? That's all it means. We all go through different things in life, so it is what it is. You might listen to one reader and think, yeah, they're not for me. It's not what's going on in my world. But then 2 months down the road, oh my gosh, they got it right on, So it's the energy that we're picking up. You hang around long enough with a reader, they're going to pick up your energy. If they do, if they're an intuitive reader, that is. Not all are. We all have different skills and strengths. So, where are we going with this? The fire prince. Yeah, their loins might be on fire. That's all it is. I look at the fire prince as the Knight of Wands in reverse. They're stalling. They're aggressive. They're a bully. They're entitled. They're combative. They think their shit don't stink. Optimism and aggression. Maybe they got handsy with you, male or female. Out of control in their ego, only concerned about how they look. So they want power and control so very badly, but they don't want to heal. They don't want to do the work to be able to merit that. They just want to give it. They want people to give it to them, and they think that if they get those people in bed with them, they'll get what they want. No, I don't think so. Sorry, I just had a cough. Ringmaster of Scrutiny, 9. Yeah. F around and find out. They're on their own now, I think. Oh, yeah. People are leaving them. Discernment, clear vision, and details. Everybody sees this person as a rat. Okay, see, that's a rat. Somebody was doing spell work. It could be lust and love spells to get people into bed with them. They're getting found out. You got to be careful with people doing spell work, okay? Especially to hurt other people. The ones that are doing spell work to enhance themselves, to help the world and the community, not bending wills, not hurting, not stealing. I'm not talking about you. Please don't take offense. Whenever we're talking, most readers, whenever we see spell work, it's in the negative, okay? Somebody doing something dirty behind closed doors like a coward. Something to do with writing. Desert Prince right here. So they're finding after round. They found out 9. They're on their own. People are finding out what this person's all about. They've been exposed. 19. It's illumination. The Desert Prince. Survival. False promises. The Well Watcher. Wisdom. Power. The Divine. 7. Everybody's moving on. You've moved on. You used your higher wisdom. That's why. They're stuck. They're stuck. Wherever they are, they're going to be stuck. Could be sick. Maybe it's an STD. You never know. I don't wish it on anybody, but you never know. You fuck around, you find out, right? It's all laughs. It's all for shits and giggles until. And then it's like, oh no, feel sorry for me. I don't think so. Okay, the Fire Prince in reverse. It's the challenge. There are a couple of messages delivered by the Fire Prince to take heed, as one or both could pertain to you now. Be mindful of starting a fire you can't put out. Aggressive action results in loss. Slow down and don't be so eager to reach your goal. Stay clear of someone else's unbridled ambition and aggression as well. If you think you can get burned, you most certainly will, unless you remove yourself from the action. So everybody's removing themselves. When the Fire Prince arrives as a challenger, he could also be warning you to be careful of burnout. This might pertain to workaholism or obsessively focusing on something you want, excluding all else. So they're obsessively focusing on you because you're now going into, or you have gone into, a higher level soulmate connection. You've elevated in life. You're doing really well. And maybe you're living at a higher level standard than they are, or they're used to, and they want that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or you're just happy and they want to ruin that. Some people have problems with people being happy. You may be afraid to let go, but you must. If you keep going the way you are, truly you won't have any energy left, nor will you see your way through your path. It's easy to get lost in the dark where there is no flame to light the way. So there's no more flames around them. No more light. They chose what they chose. Ringmaster of Scrutiny. Discernment, clear vision, and details. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny is all about the details. Look closely and pay attention to the smallest elements of what's being presented to you on your path. It's in these details, not the broad strokes, that you'll find the breathtaking beauty and perfection in what you observe. This ally is on your side to point to the deeper meaning of what unfolds in your life, and he reminds you that every moment counts. Staying present in this perfect moment, observing the minute things, leads you to manifest your highest good and greatest desires. Grand gestures are for other times. It's the smallest acts that really count now. So basically, live in the now, live in the moment. Whatever good is around you, pay attention to that. Ignore the not so great. That's basically what you need to do right now. Don't think of the bad, just think of the good. And it's not saying avoid or don't take responsibility for yours. You know what I mean? Sure, we have to take responsibility, but if you can, if somebody's maybe bothering you online, ignore it, block them, do what you can. If you keep getting those memories back of this relationship, for some reason, maybe they're doing magic on you, and that's why you keep thinking of this person they want back in. Distract yourself, ignore it, cleanse yourself. I did say to cleanse earlier. Just cleanse yourself. Just keep moving. Keep looking forward, not back, okay? All right, I digress. Live in the moment now, but you know what I'm saying. So the Desert Prince, survival, false promises, ally. When you stumble upon the Desert Prince, you receive a gift. The plant life that exists in the desert environment is well defended, tough and succulent, even though it gets little or no water. In spite of external conditions, extraordinary life can form and thrive. So they gave you no love, no nourishment, nothing, and you're thriving. Be tough and have courage and dare to dream no matter what the circumstances. It may seem to be a hard time, but not only will you survive, you will thrive. In spite of conditions, you'll succeed. Dry spells are also true tests of faith and courage. Expect nothing less than what is in your most precious dreams and watch miracles manifest. Now, they're trying to get something through to me as well. So for whomever this is, of course it's for all of us, okay? This is good advice for everybody, but I'm really picking up as this person that likes to take from other people and sleep around to get what they want. They're going through such a dry period right now, financial, love-wise, not that they love, but this is why they're going through this, and why it's being so tough on them is because they won't learn any other way. They must hit rock bottom, and everybody's rock bottom looks different, okay? They won't learn any other way, and until they do learn, it's not going to improve. If you're a spendthrift and you don't care about money, you don't care about anybody else, you just care about yourself, and you spend, eventually that money's going to dry up one way or another, and you're going to learn a very valuable lesson about money, because money's attached to your emotions as well. A lot of people look down their noses at other people once they get to a certain place money-wise. I'm saying a lot, not everybody, and they forget themselves until that money's gone, and then they burnt their bridges. They weren't kind to other people. I'm not saying that you have to give people money. I'm just saying be kind. Because you're always going to get people with their hands out whenever you are doing well in life. And these people would never repay it. That's what I'm saying. This person never repaid in the past. So they're getting hit hard. And why it's so hard is because they have to sit and think about it. If it wasn't so hard, they'd go back and do the same thing over and over and over again. And it feels like punishment, but it's a lesson. It feels like somebody's trying to really hurt them, because right now they don't see it. I don't think they see the true value of this lesson. Because if they get themselves out of the situation and they learn the lesson, they're never going to be back here again. They'll be a much better person. They'll have a better life. But they don't want to see that. That's what I'm picking up. Let's see. What else do you want to go with? We got a couple of that. Okay, we'll get some angels on that. Just a couple of... Get some good advice from the angels. I think you're in a good spot. Astaroth. Resist temptations. Be rewarded with hidden treasures. So this person's got to resist all temptation. If they do tempt you to talk to them again, see them again, think twice. I can't tell you what to do, but think twice. Berith. A promotion or advancement will bring wealth. Consider your previous choices. What appeared worthless is actually gold. So you, I think, have risen in life. You might have gotten a beautiful promotion. Congratulations. They didn't think much of you, and now they're looking back and, damn, I wish I was back there again. Let me see if I can get back there again. Aim. Let out the blazing fire within you. Allow it to destroy anything unproductive in your life. There you go. Everybody's leaving this person. Unproductive. It's all in the red. Damn. Belial. Belial. You must sometimes sacrifice a little to receive a lot. There's a greater glory waiting for you. And sometimes good people sacrifice a lot to get back little. Okay, there's two sides to this coin. Kalial, you're getting justice. This is justice in the regular angel deck. And if you're not familiar with it, this is the regular angel deck. And this is Kalial. Let me just see. Hold on. See what I mean? Kalial. It's justice. So you're getting your justice. Innocence is all around you. This is not the time for confrontations, but for truthful revelations. So if they come to you and they want you back and they're trying to weasel their way back in and you say no and they're going to fight with you, if you know that's going to happen, it's not worth it. If they just want to unburden themselves, tell them to write you a letter. Even then, if they're doing spell work, I wouldn't even want to read it, but I don't know. Everybody's story is different. You're getting your justice though, baby. And so it is. Let's get one more at the bottom of the deck and we'll close it. Chavakia. Is there anyone you've offended? Reach out and try to rekindle the relationship. So they're going to try to... Now, I'm right away that they're going to try to rekindle, but I'm also picking up some of these third parties feel bad. Maybe there's outside friends or family that feel bad and they want to reach out to you as well. So, Manakel, contain your anger today and don't get worked up. It's not a big deal anyway. So somebody's going to get you go. Okay? They're going to try to get you going. So just keep your shit intact, let's say. Yeah, don't let them get to you, okay? It's not a go. You have a beautiful future ahead of you. Don't let them change your mind. Don't let them deviate you off path. This person's not willing to change. They haven't learned their lessons yet. They're going through a very dry spell, whether it's sexual, whether it's financial or both, or just a person that can't be alone and everybody's gone every which way but towards them and they can't handle it. And I think it's all of the above, to tell you the truth, especially if they were handling any kind of magic. They're going to have to deal with this first, okay, before they could ever get back into other people's lives that they've offended, that they weren't being true to, that they were lying right to their face, whether it's for relationship purposes or other people to gang up on you or, you know, to side with them against you, whatever this is. Obviously, there might be some babies involved. And I say plural. If there are, those babies didn't do anything wrong. Please don't allow these babies to suffer. I don't think you would, but these people, if they are listening, okay? It's not the baby's fault. Now, it's true. It says in the Bible. I can't remember where it is. I'll have to look it up. But the parents, children sometimes do suffer for their parents' choices. And I'm not the ruler here. I'm not God. I don't know how that works and why it works. But it is what it is, unfortunately. And I don't like to see any child suffer. So hopefully whoever's doing the wrong, they straighten up really quickly, especially if there's children involved. Now, if they're an adult, a single adult, they're acting this way, let them get their karma, okay? Otherwise, I let them get their karma. Everybody does get their karma. There's nothing you can do about that. But if there's children in the way, that's who I feel for. So hopefully they'll be safe and sound and happy. Hope you like the read. Congratulations. Until next time, take care.